Unrepresented buyers, as the licensee who listed the home. So the person who listed the home, this person is working for the seller. Dear seller's agent, should we go ahead and do a home inspection as part of our due diligence when we're buying this property? So that's a question to the person representing the seller. And these people are unrepresented. So they don't have a buyer agent. These are people who have connected directly to the seller's agent, which happens a lot. Which of the following would be the most appropriate? So here's more of those same theme, the best choice. Which would be the most appropriate way that this person who's working for the seller should respond? If you feel it is in your best interest, please do so. Since I represent the seller, I'm not able to answer your question. I'm not aware of any issues that such an inspection would identify. Since the seller has provided you with that document, then there's no need for you to do an inspection. So here, process of elimination. Here, number 3, we're going to eliminate that because, again, I don't live in that property for me to say that it is absolutely perfect. So me saying me, and here me is the listing agent. Here I'm speaking as a listing agent. So me making this statement would come back at me at one point, because if something they find in electrical or anything, they're coming back to me at that because you're like, I'm not aware of any issues. You don't live there. So I wouldn't be making that statement. 3. And then 2, since I represent the seller, I'm not able to answer the question. Here I'm going to review agency. There are 3 things that a customer is owed by us. Us meaning Brenda, I am licensed. The consumer, the public, I owe you disclosure of material facts, right? So if I know anything about the property, I am to disclose that. Reasonable care, kind of guiding you on the process, but not making it seem as if I represent you. And then being honest and answer your questions truthfully. So here, when you're asked that question, number 2 is there's something off. We are required to what? Answer the questions honestly and truthful. So number 2 is eliminated with that in terms of what you owe the public. So we've eliminated 2 and 3. 4, we have an issue with because each state is going to be different. Some states, the seller is obligated to fill out a disclosure or a disclaimer. For example, in Maryland, where you disclaim and say, as far as I know, I think everything is okay, but you have the opportunity for you to do your home inspection and so on. Seller is only obligated to disclose latent defects. Now, what if the seller lies, which is, we might not know whether the seller answered truthfully, they're supposed to. So protecting yourself with a property disclosure might not work. And some states, they don't have the property disclosure at all. So since the seller has provided a property disclosure, there should be no need for further inspection. That is eliminated as well, because some sellers don't have to fill it out. Some sellers can go the option of a disclaimer saying I'm only disclosing latent defects. So that latent defect doesn't cover everything in terms of due diligence. How I got to that answer is process of elimination. So the best choice is 1, buyer. If you feel that is in your best interest, please do so. So that's the answer in terms of reasonable care that we owe the public. If you selected anything else, guide me on how I can help you.